Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with a celebrity reading. This time it's on Lizzo. My girl Lizzo is in a ton of hot water. So she is allegedly being sued by former dancers. There are a lot of allegations. Okay, a lot. There are claims that she was discriminatory against people for their weight. They in the lawsuit, allegedly, there are claims of her discriminating against women of color and treating them differently than the others. There are allegations that a lot of people felt pressured to do things they didn't want to do and go to parties they want to go to parties with explicit things happening. There are allegations that she was yelling at them and forcing them to do 14, 15-hour rehearsals where a girl soiled herself. There are a lot of crazy allegations. Like, this stuff is intense. It's a big document. And so I feel like I'm decently informed because I watched a TikTok on it. So remember, these readings are all alleged for interpreters only, and we're going to see what's really going on with this lawsuit. Okay. Remember, if you guys like this, join my YouTube memberships. There's a link down below. If you're on mobile, there is a button that says join, but if you're on mobile, there's a link in the description. Okay, so all right, so I'm basically gonna look at Lizzo on the left, and then the person suing on the right, the energy in between. Ooh, not Lizzo being Queen of Swords reversed. Uh-oh. Six of Cups is the person. High Priestess. Now, I know that they also name one of the people that's in charge of the dancers that works for Lizzo. Ooh. Okay. So the Six of Cups being reversed is the other person. And, well, there's multiple people in this lawsuit. So we're looking at multiple people. Should probably clarify that. There's more than one in the lawsuit. Former dancer, allegedly. So the Six of Cups being reversed is the past reverse, which 100% makes sense to me because that's about them being upset and not willing to let go of the past. That's pretty much what you would expect for any lawsuit, right? You did something to me, I'm holding on to it, I have a grudge for a good reason, and I'm suing you, right? So that makes sense. The High Priestess, when it's reversed, though, is a breaking of trust. And the Queen of Swords is reversed as well, which is Lizzo. So there's a few things. First of all, Lizzo feels like this girl was untrustworthy and broke her trust. Not only did she feel that now, but she felt it before. So I think that Lizzo was definitely treating not just the one girl, because I know there's one girl that's mentioned about like soiling herself allegedly, but there's others as well. I do think that the people that are quote unquote disgruntled employees that are suing, whatever you want to call them, right? Regardless, those people coming forward are people that Lizzo felt previously before the lawsuit that she could not trust them, that they broke her trust. I don't know how, I don't know what happened. I don't know if she felt like they leaked something or did something, but she felt like she couldn't trust them. So I do think, allegedly, that Lizzo was treating them differently because she felt like she couldn't trust them and that she felt betrayed by them beforehand. Okay? So when they say they were mistreated, I'm not shocked because it seems like she already didn't really trust them. Queen of Swords, when it's reversed, is also someone that is not afraid to alienate people or make people feel alienated. So Lizzo is definitely someone that's like, you're either rocking with me or you're not. It's cut and dry. So, I mean, I guess I shouldn't really expect much different from a Taurus. That's kind of how they all are. Like, very black and white, cut and dry. You're either in or you're out. Very strict boundary there. I will also say that the Queen of Swords, when she's reversed, and do not come for me, okay? But the Queen of Swords, when she's reversed, has a sharp tongue. Sometimes I show up as the Queen of Swords reversed, and I am very open about, I could definitely come across as a bitch all the time. Lizzo is no exception with that Queen of Swords reversed. Her tongue is severe. Her words are sharp sometimes, and they absolutely can cut. And it's not shocking to see allegations of her saying and doing things that could hurt people's feelings when the Queen of Swords is there. It's just very blunt. It's very matter of fact. It's very biting. I also see the Queen of Swords when she's reversed as not being afraid, again, to alienate people. So if this hurts your feelings, get over it. So that's just her personality behind the scenes from what it looks like. Again, to me, the Two of Pentacles is reversed, which is bad business, which tells me that there's a lot of unprofessionalism, not only by Lizzo, but other people in her circle. And that's just what it is. For her, she feels like it's business, so you do as I say. But I don't think she realizes that ruling by that manner is going to create a hostile work environment. So Lizzo is the type of person that's very hands-off with that, meaning like, figure it out or I don't want to hear it. Like, that's very much what it is. She's very much like, you need to figure this out and I'm not dealing with it. So it's like, I'll delegate all the responsibility to my, creative director or whoever the hell it is and figure it out. And if you came to her with a problem, she'd be like, I don't give a fuck. It's not my problem. You figure it out. It's not my issue. The Hangman is reversed in the Seven of Swords. So for her, she's like, whatever we need to do to make this work, I don't really care. So this is not someone that's like, I care about the people around me. I want to nurture them. I want the best for them. This is someone that's like, the show needs to go on and I need this shit working. And if you're not going to do it, someone else will. Very, very cutthroat, very, very strict. That doesn't mean she doesn't have good times because when the Queen of Swords is reversed, there's absolutely times where she's in a good mood and she's having a great time and everyone's having fun. But there are other times where she feels like we need to get this shit on the road. We're doing it now or never. So it definitely looks like there's almost like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde energy there. 10 of Wands reversed, 9 of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So, okay, when it comes to the claims of fat phobia and things like that, the 9 of Pentacles is like her, right? And the King of Pentacles is reversed and the 10 of Wands. There's a few things going on. One, she absolutely wants to look the best, right? Which makes sense. She wants all of her dancers to support her. She wants everyone around her to frame her and make her look good on stage. I get that. But when the King of Pentacles is reversed and the 9 of Pentacles, here's the thing about the fat phobia claims. You're not going to get me to believe that Lizzo just stood there and started berating someone, calling them fat and ugly. That's not what happened, in my opinion, allegedly. What I think happened is I think Lizzo is the Queen of Swords reversed, so she's not articulate, okay? And she's very blunt sometimes, as a matter of fact. And I think for her, she used herself as an example. If I can do this, you should be able to do this. So when the 9 of Pentacles is there, it's like, I was able to lose weight, or I was able to look right in my size, or I was able to be big and still perform, and I can hit the notes, and I can, I'm larger, and, I can, do the 1-2 step. Why can't you? So for me, I think it was lost in translation. I absolutely think that there's potential for you to claim that she's unprofessional. Sure, if you want to. I don't really think anyone is that professional in this industry. But I think it was more along the lines of, again, I just keep feeling like she's like, these are excuses and you're making excuses and I don't want to deal with it. Like, I see her just being like, you know what, I don't give a fuck. Like, she reaches her breaking point and she's just like, get it together or get the fuck out. Like, I see her just getting increasingly mad until she's like, you know what, I don't care. If you're going to, like, I can just see her reaching her boiling point. Like, I'm fat. And I can do it, so why can't you do it if you're fat? And then the other person be like, oh my God, you call me fat. Does that make sense? It's like the context is missing and the buildup is missing. Again, I'm not making excuses for her. I'm just saying, you got to remember when I do readings like this, I'm in the person's energy. So you might not agree with what I'm saying, but I'm in their energy. This is their justification. This is how they feel. Allegedly, for Antabers only. All opinion, no fact here. Don't sue me. Okay, so like that's what I'm seeing. I think some people get confused. I'm like, girl. Okay, 9 of Cups, Hermit, and Justice. I would be shocked if this didn't settle. Just because 9 of Cups, Justice usually means you're going to get something from this. Hermit. Because there's one person involved in the lawsuit that has a very strong case. I don't know about the other people, but the other people backing them up, I think, makes it stronger. But there's one person here who does have a strong case, and I'd be shocked if it wasn't settled. I'd be very shocked. Yeah, this is not, I doubt this is going to go further, because if it does, I think it would be very bad for Lizzo. Very bad for Lizzo. The 10 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and the 7 of Pentacles. I think people will move forward very quickly if she settles. But regardless, the 10 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and the 7 of Pentacles, that's like, to me, I think I fucking hate this, but I have to be honest. I just think that Lizzo is very strict. And I think that she was calling someone lazy. I don't know whether they were actually lazy or her definition of lazy is different than ours, but I just see her being like, you're lazy and you're not keeping up with the group. 7 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups, and you're holding us back. And then someone be like, oh, well, I'm this, I'm that. And then her being like, if your weight is an issue, I don't want to hear it because my weight is not an issue. And you know what I mean? So I just think, ugh. The thing is, it's like Lizzo, you're not Beyonce. You know what I mean? I don't think anyone cares if everything is perfect around you. And I think she needs to understand that. The Tower is upright, the Hierophant's reversed, and the Stars reversed. She needs to be very careful. Here's the problem with Lizzo. She needs to be very careful because I think that there is a pattern here of the way she treats people. And in her mind, this is business and it's cutthroat. And I get it. But what I don't think she understands, okay, is that everyone talks. And I just feel like everyone's connected. And what she needs to worry about is that Star and Hierophant is like a celebrity not falling through and then the drama happening behind the scenes. It's only going to take a few more cracks for her foundation to explode. There's been a building of problems that people have had with Lizzo behind the scenes when it comes to unprofessionalism. And I think if she doesn't fix that, it's going to be one of those things where a small little drama will happen that no one will care, but all of a sudden she's massively canceled and there's all these problems because all these people have been mad at her for years. Does that make sense? It's like it's only going to take one giant issue for all of this stuff to, and maybe it'll be this issue. If she doesn't settle quickly, it could be this issue that crumbles her. I feel like she's going to play it smart here though. But regardless, it's just going to take one thing because everyone is like, she screwed me over here. She screwed me over there. She screwed me here. She didn't do this with me here. Like, I don't think that she has a professional team. There's nothing wrong with Lizzo herself being slightly unprofessional, right? I mean, we love her personality. I think everyone knows she's a little rough around the edges. I don't think anyone cares, right? We just see her as like, kind of like, relatable. And so I think I think she needs to realize that like you can't be an unprofessional person and then have an unprofessional team. You have to be if you're going to be an unprofessional person, you have to have the professional team. And so I think she's got to clean house. Because again, there's nothing wrong with her not being articulate, right? We don't expect her to be the best boss. We expect her to be the best performer. She doesn't need to be everything. And having that expectation for someone like her is not fair, but she needs to have a better team. 5 of Swords, 8 of Swords reversed, and the 6 of Swords. For her, I don't think she's paying close attention because I guess she feels busy, but I don't think she's paying close enough attention to the people around her. You know what I think it is? I think Lizzo's idea of loyalty is fucking her over. It's that Taurus energy where she's like, oh, this person is performing, get out. Oh, this person betrayed me, get out. Meanwhile, some of the people that she's trusting are not the best intentioned. 5 of Swords. You're screwed, though, with this lawsuit. You're screwed, girl. You've backed the wrong horse. That's what I'm hearing. Empress. Yeah. 4 of Pentacles reversed and the 3 of Swords. It's the girl, or the person, it's the person that was in charge of all the dancers, whoever that person is. She's backing the wrong horse with her. I don't know if she feels like she's just like really good at what she does, so she doesn't want to lose it, or she doesn't want to spend more money on someone new or what, but I will also tell you that Lizzo's team, first of all, Lizzo's team has cost her opportunities before, but also Lizzo's attitude has cost her opportunities before. The sun's reversed, the magician's upright, and the four of swords. This is not good, Liz. This is not good at all. The magician, the sun, you're losing opportunities for the way you're treating staff and people that are working behind the scenes. I guess it's more so along the lines of like, I get it. You don't have to be warm to everyone. But I feel like what's going on here is I don't think Lizzo is realizing how she's coming across. I don't think she has ill intentions, if that makes sense. But I think everyone is walking on eggshells around her. Well, she's famous. That's what happens. Yes men. There's a bunch of yes men and a bunch of people around her not telling her the truth. And so it's like no one's telling her like, hey, like, you are treating people like shit. No one is telling her like, hey, the cameramen are mad at you. Like, you're not doing this right. Or, hey, like, this person's annoyed. No one's telling her that. So I don't think she's aware, but it's costing her opportunity and money. So I don't know if I would say she needs to be humbled. I would say that I think she needs to reflect, and I think she needs to talk to her team, I think some people need to be fired, but I think she needs to get a new team, and she needs to be like, hey, like, if I'm doing something that's causing a problem, tell me. Because I think she's oblivious to how things are coming across and what's going on. And I'm not making an excuse for her. I'm just telling you what I see. So I don't think she's just like hating fat people and fat shaming and telling people, you know, I don't care if you shit yourself. I don't think it's that simple. But I also think for her, I think she needs to really realize that the way she is coming across is, I don't want to say difficult to work with, because I feel like that's harsh, but I would say she inconveniences people enough to annoy them. And there's nothing wrong with being confident, but sometimes confidence can come off as arrogance. And I think that's her problem, is I think sometimes she's coming across as do it my way or else. And I just don't know if that's her intention, but that's the way I think it comes across. So that's what I'm seeing. For what it's worth, I don't think she's a bad person. I don't think her intention's to hurt people. I don't think she wants people to feel bad about themselves. I just think fame is a tough thing to deal with. And I think, I'm sure it's probably not, I'm not making excuses for her, so I don't want to hear it, but I'm sure it's probably not easy to be a plus size black woman in this industry. So I think navigating the industry as someone like her is not going to be easy, and there's going to be hiccups along the way. So I'm trying to give her some grace here. And hopefully she learns her lesson. But I think she also needs to realize, and I'll say it again, you're not Beyonce yet. I absolutely think she has what it takes, but you're not Beyonce yet. So you need to just slow down a little bit and recalibrate. And I also think she's burnt out. This is all symptoms of burnout, by the way. I told you guys, I literally get the same way, where sometimes I'm just kind of a bitch to people around me when I'm burnt out. And I think I'm very short. I have an Aries moon, so I'm very short fused. And so I feel like I understand her. She's burnt out, and she's just not coming across correctly. And I think we've all been there. So hopefully she learns her lesson, and I'm going to leave it at that. If you guys like that, join my YouTube memberships. There's a link down below. There's a button that says join, but also there's a link in the description for people on mobile. It says join. All right. Till next time. Bye, guys.